Oh, that smoked my hands. Look at those giant big ooglies there. Wouldn't mice one of them just bit? Oh. Huge pressure here for Gilly. That is an absolute mega tusky. Alright guys, so just before we jump into that footage, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. If you've been watching what myself and Brooksy have been up to in the last few weeks, you would have seen that we entered that topwater fishing tournament. First of its kind in Australia versus the top 10 best teams. And look, it's a huge thing for us because, you know, we try and rate ourselves as some pretty decent fishermen who half know what they're doing, and something like this finally comes into the social media world where, you know, it's a big deal for us. It's a huge thing. Looking into the future and looking at what people and ourselves establish in the industry. I've actually, in the last few videos, I've asked for your support. I've done everything I can to try and get you guys to back me. And I'm very, very proud person to say that we did it. We took out first place. We took out $70,000 of prize money. It's hard for me to explain what that means to myself because, you know, myself, Jess, little Parky, Avery, we've got a lot going on at the moment just with new family life, and to have $35,000 come into my account, we're just relying on my income at the moment just to support us. So to have that and to know that you guys backed us on it, voted for us and did everything you could and told your mates and shared it, honestly means the world to me. It's an amazing feeling, and it's very special. So thank you all so much. I actually try to do some YouTube stuff in amongst all that comp stuff and everything else that was going on, but it was so hard to get my head in the game because there was a lot happening at the time. So I actually did do some filming. It just didn't come out the way I'd like it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out the best moments out of that 2 weeks of fishing and show you guys, and there's even some announcement of the winning prizes in there, which is cool to see. So
you want to go in? I'll go in, Talbot.
Let's go. Here they are. First place. Woo! 2022 BCF
Amazing, right? Done it. Somehow.
Did it. Good work, boys.
Thanks, mate.
Did you have your doubts?
No, it's been the most stressful 3 weeks of my life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, how you feeling now? What's the fingerprints, mate?
Yeah.
It's very real.
Rattled.
Very real.
That's huge.
You can't take it to the bank, but yeah.
Who's got the live? You got the live? Everyone on there, even on the chat right now, putting all those comments in there. This is the best feeling in the whole wide world.
We were sitting out the back there watching the comments, just going, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Congratulations, boys.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
I think on behalf of me and Brooks, massive thanks to Benny and Dino. Like, look at it. This is the coolest thing that's ever happened.
At the start, this little comp was kind of like, everyone was doubting everything, and you've seen on social media, like, the whole fishing industry has been involved in this and just tripping out on it, and the live right now is a perfect example of people watching, going crazy. So.
It's real. It's a real
It's
thing.
only going to get bigger and better, boys.
What are you doing?
Done well.
Oh! Get out of it. Oh. That feels like a big trout. Oh no! Yes! Look at the sounder. Oh, wow! Come on, son! Jesus! How you going there?
Yeah, good.
I think you need new washers on that reel, dude. You just focus on
Making sure the reel holds.
yeah. I reckon I had a big old trouty then. Colour. Can't pick it yet. Oh my god, dude. Oh! Whoa, that is not what I expected.
That is a slob.
Yeah, look, as a first fish that comes on the boat, jigging session, Nath has nailed an absolute monster of a bar cheek trout. Get a quick length on him. I reckon that thing's pushing 70, man. That's a tank.
How's that? I was not expecting that.
Oh, he's bigger, I reckon.
He's just 70.
Oh yeah, 70, 72 to the tip. I just want one big tasty morsel I can eat. Now they're looking very good. They're up high, very high. They're dropping on their sniffers. He's just got to open his mouth. Oh no, ate it on the paws. No way. Oh Matt, come on man. That was a bite.
There we go.
He's waking up. That hook better have found it.
Oh,
Find yourself. Oh, in there, hook. I needed this for the soul. Oh, look at the sounder, bro.
they're definitely there.
I'll definitely try and show that sounder shot. Have I pulled the one evil out of a good situation? Huh? Oh, Chiny. Mate. I'm off him. I'll go back up. I know, but he didn't, like, look at that. That's just silly, that sounder shot. Every single one of these red stripes in here is all a big fish in amongst bait, feeding. All those guys up there. Incredibly good show. We've just got to try and, well, I do. Nath's obviously had no dramas picking good fish so far. I need to sort myself out here and get a big largie. It's all I want, and I'll be a happy man. Oh, oh gosh.
Oh, hello.
That's really... Has it woken up yet? Not really.
That's large.
Oh gosh. Oh, bending. Oh, pulled him. Back down. Jeez, this thing's quite large. I think I know what it is. I think it's a big cod. Not that I want it to be, like, but I just feel like it is. Oh, saw that eat. Back down to him. Come on now. We need this. I'm just taking my time with this guy because if it is a cod, I'd love to try and release him. Looks coddy, doesn't it?
Cod, big cod.
Starting to float. Damn it. Really sorry, buddy. I didn't mean that. Fair lump of a COD there. Not the worst case scenario, but I just feel bad for him, you know. It's like, I like these fish, but it's just, he's dead. So we're gonna do the right thing by him. Oh. I'm gonna turn him into something good. Nah man, in that scenario.
Do you get that a bit? Oh, there's...
And that's, what PE have you got?
That's PE 3.
Yeah, you're kind of pushing it. In that scenario, it's basically PE 4. Put your thumb in the spool and pray to Tuxedo Jesus. I've had many a words with him before. Works.
Here we go.
Oh, oh, get out, get up. Oh, that was nearly a small prep. Why are you going out there? That's weird. Is that a nanny? Dude, I think I've got a big nanny here, eh? Oh, it is.
That's a nanny.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tank, bro.
Look how clear it is. Oh, he's just... That's beautiful. Oh, what a relief. The boys, we're back. Sound is lit as well. Little version. Yeah, we all got to start somewhere on the scene, don't we?
Oh no. At least they're friends.
Yeah. Ah. So that is an extremely welcome sight to the boat. You know, we catch these things quite often, and it's kind of like one of those things when you find a school of them, or when I go to a nanny mark and I catch them, it's not super rewarding sometimes, but when we've struggled for an entire day and morning and next minute you come up with one of these, don't do it, it's a very, very welcome sight. I've always said, you know, cast or drop with some type of thought process to it, so we're going to learn. And today, gosh, if we can catch a few more of these, I'm going to be absolutely stoked. Can you stop this one, please? No?
I'll give it a crack.
I reckon you could just
taking a noodle to a big fight.
it'd be mint if you could stop him for us. And
Maybe trevally on the fast burn.
maybe trevally on the fast burn, or jobby.
See, that was nothing. That thing I hooked before
It was 90 centimetre version.
actually 90 centimeters of that.
Oh, come on. That feels like a big trout, hey? I was waiting for the GoPro to turn on.
Howdy.
I'm gonna call it, I reckon. Oh yeah.
Nice trouty.
Nice trouty. There's a couple doinks there. Alright, nice little bar cheek. So what I've done is switched over to the Vibe and I'm just working it as... Oh, don't kick. You don't want to kick. I'm working it as slow as possible. Ultra slow tide, slow water movement. We're starting to drift a little bit, which is nice though, because now we're going to start covering ground. So it is tough going, but we're kind of working to the conditions and we're ticking away. We're starting to get it done. Settle down, mate. Oh, did you smell that?
Squid tubed everywhere.
I just popped it too.
Oh,
that's nasty. Look at those giant big ooglies there. Wouldn't mice one of them just bit?
fucking looks good. Oh. Oh.
What?
Oh man.
What? Ah, that cooked my thumb then.
Not getting the small gear out. Look at that. Wowzers. Come on, buddy.
Man, I can't stop this thing. How was the hook set and it just went still?
Didn't even colour. What is it?
Is it a banger? Looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. Big fatty. It's pretty heavy.
He's fat.
Go, son.
And just like, I don't know, bugs, weird species.
Oh shit, that's a... The fuck is that?
Oh yeah.
Is that a banger or a wrasse? Is that a banger?
They look kind of bit brown on top.
Like, he's not small.
You're doing alright on a little gear.
He's gonna get me on that bommy, maybe. See this side of it? Turn. Nice. Got him.
It's not bad.
It's okay. P2 to 4. It's kind of like one of those really nice fish that You love to catch, but just not on a little flats rod. He's actually really heavy, eh? I'm gonna just send him back because got a thing?
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where like you're casting around for trouties, and we are very, very spoiled where we live. You just see a big dark black shape come up and you know you got no hope. He's gonna eat it. They're in here for a reason. It's just a little bit different, not on the paddle board, you know. I just felt I need that, like there was no speed behind it. Okay, so while I'm actually editing this clip, I'm gonna try something a little bit different too, just for myself. I've got a little bit of melted garlic butter, paprika and chili sauce. And I've got a little trouty here. So little trouty, which I've actually filleted both sides, but I've kept the fillets on. And the idea is that I'm gonna get this sauce. So he's going in the oven, he's gonna get baked. And I'm gonna pour it straight down his center fins. All in there, get that in there. Looks pretty good. Now he's gonna go in the oven. Jess has got that ready for me. Okay, so on that last clip you would have just watched myself and Nath went out, and it was funny. It was one of the smallest tides of the year. Absolutely tiny, tiny tides. And I'm based in Airlie Beach. So if I head south, I actually gain more run. Where if I head north, I gain less run. So being tiny, tiny tides and tiny amount of run, I thought I'm gonna head south, and that way I can actually get myself another 1.5 meters of run. But you know, it did seem like we caught a few fish on that last little clip there, but that's 2 days fishing some of the most remote marks that I've found. And I don't know what to take from that because I did everything I possibly could, and we ended up fishing 10 marks, and every single time we stopped on a new mark we'd catch a single fish, and then that, you know, nothing else, and we'd go to the next mark and catch our first, like that one hungry fish that might have been sitting there on the pressure edge waiting to eat. So yeah, I don't know what to take from that last kind of clip because I did everything I knew about fishing, and I did everything I thought how to catch them, and we just didn't. So on the next clip, something very cool, very, very cool. So Brooksy actually had a few mates come up, and we were talking about barra fishing. We were just having a few beers, and was that a little Parky? Oh, that's a little Parky. Hold on, let's go get him. Oh, hey! What's going on? Hey, you turn this light on, I'll do some curtains. Who's this? Oh, that's bright. Hey man, hold on a second. Look at this little guy.
How was your sleep?
Did you have a good sleep? Yeah, I bet you did. How good a midday sleeps. So Brooksy actually invited a couple of mates over, and we were just chatting away, having a few beers, and they were talking about catching a barra. So I thought, you know what, I'm not doing anything in the morning, I'll take them out. And we ended up going out. The next clip is just, it's a real quick one, but it's just a true example of real stoke. And you know, real stoke is so hard to find these days, especially with us fishing and doing what we do it quite often. So for me to see real stoke and two mates just experience something amazing is as good as it gets. I hope you enjoy this little one. I'm gonna sort out some food for this fella, and yeah, check out this clip. I can see his fins, that's a good sign. So he's facing left, just as far as you can, cast over the top of him, and just with your rod tip, you just, yeah, when you're ready, and you're just gonna bring it, push your rod tip left or right, wherever you need to go, just to bring it about 200 from his nose. Perfect. So go over my head. Bring it right up. Stop. Little twitch. Little one. Okay, slowly bring. Oh. Little twitch. Twitch. Hit him.
it, dude. Oh!
I didn't think he was going to see it.
Oh my god.
Hand in the mouth.
Hand in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mouth.
whole
Lads.
hand,
Hand
bro.
in the mouth.
Yeah, bring him around.
Oh my god, I'm shaking. Get him, Oates.
That's it.
Woo! Yes, dude.
Hey, bro. First
Thank
cast.
you.
Love that from you. And then grab his tail. And then just hold it. Oh, perfect. That's what you want. Straight on, man. Done.
Oh my god.
I didn't think he was going to see it. I thought, and then he just
Get me a beer.
he just tweaked.
Oh my god, dude, I'm shaking. That is how you go fishing. Jeez, boys.
Fucking very nice. So this is how we actually edit pretty often these days. He's very interested in what's going on, which is cool. I love it, and I just get to hang out with him. But on the next clip, myself and one of the local lads head out, and we went chasing finger mark, and we fished all day to try and find some new ground, and I searched for hours and hours and hours, and good on him, you know, he actually let me sound, which is huge because not many people are patient enough to do that. And I haven't been there since, and I'm actually going there, interesting enough, I'm going there tomorrow to see if it's a real thing. But I think I may have found the biggest finger mark school I've ever come across in my life in the end. So imagine how rewarding that feeling is. Oh, yep. There he is. Is this thing waking up or? Kind of. What is? Did I have two fish then? I've dropped one for sure. Oh, have I still got two? No, I think I've still got two. How did that? Look at these things.
Holy.
Wow. How? I was like, something's going on. I've got two fish. I could feel them like going against each other. I'll definitely take the bigger one. He's a great troutie. Definitely felt something odd going on there. Couldn't really pick it. But I did think I had two fish going on, and sure enough, that's a proper good barry, that first one. I don't know if little fella's eating it first or big fella's eating it first, but I think little guy's just undersized, but well, I'll take this thing. That could be one. I was waiting for the doink and it came, but what's he done? What? World's biggest grassy. There's a grassy. A big grassy, isn't it? It's a grassy sweet lip, this guy. Very similar to a Spangled Emperor, but just a little bit more plain in the colours, but still pretty eyes on him. As we're just hopping this gravelly ground with these rocks, there's obviously just a huge range of fish that we're going to come across. Same again, this guy, extremely good table fish, perfect little size for me and Jess. So Yeah, he's coming home too. We just need that finger.
That's it.
We need that finger. It's like getting to me now.
Oh, on.
Queenies?
Yeah, that might have been a queen. Yep.
Oh. Oh, he's going. He's not jumping, but he... Is that a... It's dark on the back. Longy? Yeah,
Longy.
sick. Even better. Oh, Queenie surfing the waves. Look at him. See if I can sight cast one. Oh yeah, just here. Look at these things, man. Woo! Look at him coming in.
Holy.
Can't believe I got that back to the boat. Yes! Double bending. Yeah. Look at them all, dude.
There's heaps of money to get this pulled up.
Come in for a quick look, mate. We'll let you go. Settle. Yeah, coming, bro. Whew. Big longy? Coming, bro. Oh. Hold him up quickly.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Last minute effort to come here is going to pay off, I reckon. That's just out of control, man. Might be worth a little flick forwards next time. Definitely a flick forwards or a 120 jig. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is it. This is it. Don't go too hard. That's a good fish, man. That's him. I think we've done it. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, did I just get eaten? That's a really good fish, bro. We may have found him. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, that's what hours of sounding does. Oh, he's big. Okay. Please. This is the one we needed. He's under the boat too, so the only time we're going to see him is as he comes up. Oh, it's a great fish. Makes you go a little easier here. Don't look down. Don't look down. I'll look down for you. Okay, it's got colour. You've done it, bro.
Bullshit.
That's why we search. Bring him in. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! So you've never caught a finger?
Never caught a finger. That was my first one.
So from no fingers to an 84. This is something pretty cool, you know, when you've never caught a finger before and you're happy for Matt to sound around for a couple hours because you know it might be worth it. Oh, hold on. You reckon it's worth it? Oh man,
I'm blown away.
first drop
I don't even
on
hit
an
the bottom.
absolute mega school. It's pretty late in the day. We've spent all day out here trying to look for these critters. You good? You good? Okay, so at the start of this clip I mentioned that I've had a pretty tough run with fishing, just randomly. And like 2 days ago, went out, tried something completely different with ghillie, and we went chasing tuskies and goldens and permit, and just wanted a really cool day of fly fishing. Something different where it's like, you know, there's no big pressure, you just get to zone out and do your thing. And funnily enough, found a cool little school of tuna, we get into them, and then just find a proper unicorn fish. And straight after that, realised that the boat was taking on a stupid amount of water and that it had a massive big crack in it. We were actually very close to sinking. So it was big panic stations to get the boat, try and bail some water out, get the boat on the plane and get us back to the boat ramp as fast as possible. So look, that's been my last few weeks of fishing. We've had an incredible journey along the way. Some big highs and some medium lows. Like, I've still caught fish, not going to complain about it, but I've just struggled. So tomorrow is a new day, taking out the big boat, going to go try find that finger school. What do you reckon, big guy? Hey, what do you think about it all? You're just happy, hey? You haven't been on here for a little while. You're like a little grown up these days, little boy. Yeah. All right, change of fly. Little ghillie fly. Let's do a little bit of a right. Oh no, missed the line, ghillie. Yes, got him. Ah, burning. Yes. Oh, we're clear. Yes. Oh my God, that. Ah! Hold on. Oh, that smoked my hands, man. That line was so hot. Ow. The change of fly. Instant. I saw him eat it, and it's so hard with fly fishing because you just want to hit.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep stripping and stripping and stripping. Oh, he's coming towards me. Yeah, he's motoring. The old 1-to-1, hey. Oh yeah, got a bit of tension here. He actually really burnt me. Good. The good thing about the fly line is that it has so much drag to it that these fish definitely kind of cook themselves a lot quicker. But you don't want to bend your rod too hard. You just want to kind of work the reel on him and let the line just knock him over. Nice little oceanic swirl back. Not a Mac tuner, eh? Oceanic swirl back, mate. When it's on fly, It's an oceanic swellback, quite majestic. Grab that leader, Gilly.
Yep.
Lay it down. Reach out. Good.
Nice, Matt.
That is pretty cool.
Very nice.
I'm gonna pop that fluffy out. There's a hook up on it.
Perfect. There we go.
Oh, gotta go.
See you.
Look at that. It is. Look.
Yeah.
Well, that one's different. That's a pufferfish. So we got a pufferfish and 2 leather jacket that he's just spat out.
Wow. Look how tiny they are.
How odd, like, where would they come from? Oh, my finger's really sore because I had no drag going and I just grabbed the line to set the hook when he was mid-swell back run. Oh my God, that's a monster, bro. An absolute truck. That is an absolute mega tusky and the most troppo. I didn't actually believe it was until it turned. I'm just gonna drift now and mate, you just take some deep breaths and Alright. Oh wow, that's so big. Still, he's coming out to it slowly. Don't know if he's seen it yet. Might have to go again, bros. Facing left. Yeah. Oh, no. Well, I totally didn't expect this to happen, but when I poured the melted butter inside the fish, the whole the fillets have actually opened up. And it's cooked it perfectly. Yeah, I'm excited too, Parky. Alright, so look, I'm gonna hit reset. I'm gonna format all my cards. Tomorrow is a brand new day. If we can find this finger mark school, it's gonna be one of those incredible videos. Hopefully. Come on. Look, sinking the boat or nearly sinking the boat last couple of days. Hopefully that's the bad run done. But we will find out, so keep an eye out for the next clip. See you guys.